Hey folks, welcome back to AAA Farms. James here. So today we're going to be doing some work to the chicken coop. We got to get it ready for winter because it finally showed up in Louisiana. It is currently Saturday. This coming Monday it's supposed to be, Tony says hi. This coming Monday it's supposed to be 14 degrees. So as y'all can see back here, if I can find it, well, I'm moving the camera too. Right there. We keep that door open, and that's how me and my wife and kids get in there to get eggs and everything. What we're going to be doing is closing that door off, and we're going to cut us a little chicken door through, basically so we can close that up a little bit better, hold in heat better. And then we got a whole bunch of more bedding to put down, and then we're going to plug in a couple more heat lamps and get them ready for Monday. Let's get started. First thing we got to do is get this tailgate down. What we've been using as our bedding material, at least for the floor, are these pellets from Tractor Supply. They're a little over $6. Basically, it's just a little pellet, throw it across the floor. As it gets wet, it'll break down into sawdust, and basically gives you a good, little easy bedding that's easy to put out. So we got 6 bags to put on the floor today. So let's get that done, and hopefully this gives them a little bit more insulating and keeps them warm. Helps keep them warm anyway. Let's go get started. Basically, just tear the corner of the bag out, try to pour it around evenly. Ultimately, the chickens are going to spread all this out anyway, so no need to be perfect. Okay, that's kind of what we ended up with. You can tell we got a nice little smooth layer with all those pellets. I've only put 5 bags in here. We do have a 6th bag. I'm kind of holding off because the wife was wanting to do something with it. I think she's wanting to make a path that goes from the door to the gate here. Just because when it rains, it gets very slippery in here, and you're gonna add ice on top of that this coming week. So we might do something there. As you can tell, we already got our windows closed up. Had to do that the other night to try to get everything ready because it got below 30 the other night. We added a second heat lamp. That's the original one. We had a regular light bulb in there during summer. We got a heat bulb back in there now. And then I'm going to hang that one over there up here in a minute to try to give us a little bit more heat. I'm probably going to lower them too, because I think them being lowered to the ground and give the chickens a little bit more area to huddle up underneath them. And another thing we got to do is we're going to close this door here. Kind of hard to see it. This is actually a door. We just leave it propped open all the time, especially during summer, to help it air out in there. But we'll close it, and we're going to cut us a little chicken door down here at the bottom, big enough so the chickens can get in and out, but we won't have this big gaping hole for all the cold wind to be blowing in. Don't know how well it's coming across the camera, but it is very windy today. Feels good outside though, other than that. So let's get some more stuff done real quick. We need a 10-inch chicken door. And it is 27 3/4 there, 27 3/4 here, 27 3/4 minus 10 is 17 3/4. Divided by 2 would be 8 and 7/8. Yeah, 8 and 7/8, 8.875. So we need to come off 8 inches and 7/8 from the side, make us a mark. Do the same thing from the other side, and that should give us 10 inches. So start down here. So 8 and 7/8. And 7/8. That should be 10 inches. And 10 inches. Win. Get the same measurement up here. Inches. 10 inches. Okay. Now I want to come off of this enough for my skill saw. Thinking maybe we just come up an inch off of that, and that should be enough. Better yet, just to make this easy. Inch and a half. Oh. Here to here. Okay. So that line's 1.5 inches from the 2x4. So we want 11.5 inches off of this. That didn't pan out, did it? Let's try that one more time. So there's our little 10-inch by 10-inch square. We'll get our skill saw, cut it out. Like I said, we can always go bigger. I definitely don't want to go any smaller than that. But I feel like everybody should fit out of that pretty easily. But we shall see. Game plan is to cut this out, and I won't close this door today, or like now. But when all the chickens go in after it's dark, I'll close the door after I get eggs this evening. And that way in the morning, they'll have to figure it out to come out of the hole. So let me go get saws and everything, and then we'll cut this out and go from there. The game plan is to take my DeWalt circular saw. I'm gonna plunge cut here, 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 and here. I'll get as close as I can to the corners. And then I got my new Bauer 20-volt brushless reciprocating saw to finish off those corners. So let's see what happens. Make sure the cable stays out of the way. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom and on the sides. Did not go straight on that one, but it's okay. Should be able to get that. Okay. Let's see how this thing does. Bauer tools, I've already did a video on what was it, the 3/8 strap, I think, impact. These little Bauer tools. This is the 20-volt lithium brushless one. That's a one-handed or compact, whatever you want to call it. Plan on doing a video on it pretty soon. I just had to get this stuff done first. I'm running, see if I can get it out for y'all to see. That's just a Diablo construction blade. Basically, it's a blade that can cut through pretty much everything. I do have a bigger Diablo pruning blade I'm going to use and basically go through and do a whole bunch of tree clipping around where I plan on running fence this spring as a test for this little thing to see how well it does. But like I said, so far it's doing pretty good. We got our door cut out. I definitely think our chickens can fit through there no problem, so that should be plenty big enough. I'm going to put this section I cut out somewhere just in case I need it for something else in the future. And like I said, I'm not going to close it now because I want the chickens to go in tonight like normal, and then after I get eggs I'll come in and close this so in the morning when they wake up they have to figure their way out, and from that point in time they should be perfectly fine. Alright, I'm going to pick up the power tools and we'll continue on with the next thing. So this is what our chickens are going to wake up to in the morning. So we got that closed. We got those windows closed, which these windows are just kind of temporarily closed. I'll go through and show you on the back side what I did. But essentially, we just have one hinge here, and we just got a little lock down here. The idea was just trying to close it to help close it in here. What I want to do is come in on the back side, and I'm going to have a board attached to this side that covers these cracks. And then we'll have another board on the outside, and then we'll have a hinge. Basically, it's going to look very similar to how the door did on the outside going around the window. It's going to make it look nicer, but also on top of that, it's going to close up all these little cracks, seal it up a little bit better. It's Louisiana. It doesn't really get that cold here, but once in a blue moon it does, and you know, it's okay to want things to look nice too. I think it just look a lot better that way. So I'm going to adjust these two lights down and probably put a third one in here somewhere. So let's get that done now. Okay. I'm going to start by lowering this one. Okay, now I have heat for these chickens. I need to move this one. Right here. All right. Looks good to me. All right, so we got this one over here heating this side. We got this one more towards the middle. And we got this one up here for the roosting bars. Same pretty cozy. So hopefully that makes it a little bit more comfortable in here for the chickens. Only other place, they like getting on top of that brooder box over there. And there's no heat there. I do have that other light for the brooder box. I might try to go find another splitter and put it on, but I also have like 200 foot of extension cord running out here with 3 of these heat lamps on. So I don't know how much we could really do until we start tripping breakers. We got all the new bedding put out. We got the square cut out for the chickens, the little chicken door, which they're trying to figure out how to get in here. I don't know if y'all have heard it on the video, but they're pecking at the side and everything. So that's partially why I want to wait and close this out tomorrow, or I mean this evening after I get the eggs, and we'll see what it looks like. The only other thing I need to do, I need to fill up both these little waters so the water stays in here, and hopefully that keeps it from freezing. This big water out here, I'm probably gonna go ahead and move it into don't know where though. I might put it over here just so that I don't have to drag the hose through here and get a whole bunch of stuff wet. I can just open that door and do it. But when I fill that up with a hose, a lot of stuff gets wet, and I don't really want that in here during the winter. But this will freeze, so that's what we're gonna have to do, which it's almost empty now, so I'll probably go ahead and put that in there. Let's go ahead and do that. So it should do fine right there. I was thinking about putting it over there, but I mean that's going to put it further from the heat, which I think, honestly, with all these heat lamps going and with this door closed, even with it being away from the heat lamps, it'd probably be fine, but just in case. Yeah. So that's where we're going to put it. We got our food there. I'll fill up those 2 water containers over there as well. I need to put this back down. So, all right, y'all. That's really all I got for today, for this anyways. I'm going to fill up the water containers just so we have plenty of water. There should be enough heat in here to keep it from freezing. Like I said, that super cold weather hits Monday, I believe. I think it's supposed to get lows 14, which is pretty cold for us. We got everything closed off. We still got a little bit of wind coming through the slots at the top. There ain't a whole lot I can do about that. I could get some plastic and cover it, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem. The chickens will be able to stay low, stay out of the wind. The only other thing I see I might have to do is that top roosting bar. I might end up taking it down because that's the only place they really like to get to where they're still in the wind. So I'm going to see what they do tonight. Now I might end up taking it down, but they pretty much stay on top of the roosting bar, which is where y'all are now, or on that top 2x6 and the second from the top, which the second from the top is a lot lower and they'll be shielded from the wind. So we'll kind of see. Chickens ain't stupid. They know how to stay warm. We're giving them plenty of heat sources to do it. And like I said, it's 14 degrees one night. The rest of the nights, I think it's supposed to be in the 30s, which is still cold for us. Not for a lot of other places. Just a reminder, we're in Louisiana, so we don't see negative weather, or at least I don't think we've ever seen it in my lifetime. Which that might not be true. They had that Arctic freeze that came through two and a half years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, and it got pretty cold. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Thank y'all for coming to the farm today. I hope you have a great day, and catch y'all on the next one.